Yes! What's up, guys? It's Hammer Down 48 coming at you today. Wow! We're getting ready to do a live broadcast for you guys. Lions win. Lions win in New York. The final score was 24-10. Now, before I man, I'm so excited, man. I'm so pumped up. Before I get this started, you guys, come on, clap with me. If you're watching this, clap. Give a good shout out to our defense, especially for Anza. What a day for Anza, man. How many sacks did we have? We had about 4 to 5 sacks. And out of all those sacks, Ziggy Anza got 3 of those sacks. 3 of those sacks. What a day for the defense. That's how we need to win games. Because did you notice that we were never down in the game? We were never behind in the game. That's how we win. We win games just like that, especially on primetime. We won a game in primetime. The whole world was watching this game. And you know what? We did it, baby. We did it. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to do a live broadcast. So let's get into this, man. I'm so pumped up. Lions win 24-10. Matthew Stafford went 15 over 21, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, that's pretty decent. Last week, he was a lot better. But you know what? It's all about the defense right now. So, still, Matthew Stafford did really good. Give him credit on that one. And here's the number one thing I like about this game. What we do new? We opened up the running game. We finally opened up the running game, and I love what Amir Abdul did. Amir Abdul, 17 carries, 86 yards. We were so close to 100 yards. When's the last time we had 100 yards? Reggie Bush, 2013. We were that close pulling that off. But you got to give him credit. We finally opened up the run game and chewed a bunch of time off the clock. We did phenomenal in the running game, and I'm very, very impressed with that. Another thing that I'm very impressed with is our tight end. Eric Ebron came firing in this game. Man, Eric Ebron had 5 receptions, 42 yards, 1 touchdown. I like that because we didn't really play Eric Ebron as much, as last week. For the Giants, sorry guys. I mean, you had a rough start in the first week, and you got another rough start in the second week. Eli Manning actually had more yards than Matthew Stafford, but could not get it down the field. Eli Manning, 22 of 32, 239 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Vereen, 6 carries, 28 yards. That was a rushing. And Ingram, 4 receptions, 49 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, man, I'm pumped up. And what did you guys think about Matt Prater's kick? It was a 56. I believe it was a 56-yard field goal. And he kicked it, and it actually hit the crossbar. And when it hit the crossbar, it bounced up. And then when it bounced up, it actually came and fell back into the field goal. And they counted it as a field goal. What do you guys think about that? Like I said, I'll answer your questions and comments. I don't know if anybody's watching, but if you got anything you want to talk about, send them in the comments below. We'll talk about them since this is a live broadcast. I told you in my last video, the way we're going to win this game is 1, defense, and 2, come out firing in the first quarter. What we do, even though when we got the ball, we didn't score. But the second time we got the ball, look what happened. We got 7 points. That's how we score points. This is how we're going to proceed of not have to come back in a game. We didn't have to come back. We took control of this whole game. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not dissing on Matthew Stafford about coming back winning games. That's great. I love it. But sometimes it bites you in the ass, and we don't want that happening. So, first quarter, we scored 7, Giants 0. We still outscored the Giants in the second quarter, 10-7. The Giants outscored us with a field goal in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, we outscored them 7-0. That's how you get your 24-10. Another thing I want to talk about before I get in the comments, if anybody is watching, is that I think his name is Jared Davis. He actually, and I was very disappointed on this, even though I'm not really a guy that complains about, bad calls a lot. But there was a really bad call on Odell Beckham. He actually was going to, I guess, block Jared Davis. And from my point of view and what the broadcasters were saying was that was a legal block in the back. I believe that's what it's called. And that is the reason why Jared Davis was hurt. He actually got put in the tent, and they were doing, I guess, x-rays. I don't know what they're doing in the tent. But they took him back in the locker room, and the last time I seen it on Facebook was it looks like it's not a serious injury, but I think they said it was a concussion. So hopefully that is right. Hopefully it is a concussion. It's nothing serious. But I agree with everybody else that should have been a call on the defense side of the Giants. So I'm excited. This is what we need. I have to give props to Monday Night Football. The reason why I give props to Monday Night Football is because I can't remember his name. One of the broadcasters. I appreciate you guys because one of the guys gave a lot of props to the Detroit Lions. To the Detroit Lions. So, he said a lot of things about, this could be, our year. We could be winning the NFC North this year. So, he gave a lot of props, and I like that how we were on Primetime and we were getting a lot of airtime. Getting ourselves some questions on what could we see coming up to the next couple of games. Could we win a playoff game? And that's what that broadcaster was doing about, they were surprised with the Detroit Lions. And I was kind of a little bit surprised, but I wasn't. I kind of figured we were going to win this game, but look what we did last week. I like what I see, and we're 2-0, baby. We are 2-0. I like what I see. I really do. We got a lot of comments coming in. Let's get started. Let's kick this off here. Austin Rich. He says, I hope Jared is okay. I hope he's okay too. I think he is. I think from what I've seen, it was a hard hit from Odell Beckham. And like I said, it should have been called. Wasn't called. But I think he'll be all right. From what I've seen, it was concussion. It could have changed. But let's hope that's not the issue. Hope it's just a concussion. Vince, you said the Giants would win. I never said that, buddy. Look at my the picks. I had the Lions winning that game, I believe. Vince said again, easy to be pumped when you win, but you predicted we would lose. I don't think that, because I wrote it down on my thing that the Lions will win. I think you're a little mixed up. Let's see here. Vince says, does Zach Zinner still play for Detroit? Yes, he does. He's actually, I believe, hurt right now. That's why I believe he did not play last week, and he did not play today. I don't know what his injury is, but from what I've seen, I believe the last 2 games he's been injured, so that's why he has not been playing. Vince says, Ziggy Ansah. I agree. Vince should have been called, but how long have you watched Detroit? They always got host. I've been a Detroit fan pretty much since I was born. I was born in '96. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. That's why that's why I'm really a Detroit Lions fan, because Toledo, Ohio is basically pretty much on the border of Michigan. So that's why I'm a fan. I live in Missouri, but I was born in Toledo. So that's why I'm a Lions fan. Probably been a Lions fan for about 8 to 9 years now. So that's answered your question. Pride says defense is the top 5 this year. I agree. I mean, we're still early in the season. I like what I see. I really like what I see. And could that fall off a little bit? It's hard to predict that, because it's just we're too early in the season, and I don't want to get my, I know this sounds lame, but I don't want to get my panties in a bundle here, because I don't want to start saying, yeah, we're going to the playoffs this year, and yeah, we're going to win the NFC North. Do I have faith in the Detroit Lions and making the NFC North and winning it and going to the playoffs? Absolutely. But we also got to be patient. It's only week 2. We're 2-0. That's a great start. But when we start to get halfway in the season, then we'll talk about that. I'll make videos. We'll start talking about that stuff. So I do agree. Maybe the Lions will have a top 5 defense. I agree. But like I said, it's still early in the season. Also, Rich, 2-0, first NFC North. You got that right? Everybody else lost in their division besides us. That is one way to start this week. Be proud of that. Let's see here. Austin Rich, damn, you look older than 21. Yeah, that's because of the facial hair, that's what everybody says. Basically, so far that's it on the comments below. Like I said, man, this is awesome. This is one way to start this season. I told you guys from the beginning of this season that we got a tough first 4 games. First, we beat the Cardinals. Second week, we beat the Giants. Now, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Now we got to come back home to Detroit and play the Atlanta Falcons. This is another test. I'm telling you what, right now, if the Detroit Lions can win against Atlanta, we got, in my opinion, I think we can have a lot of potential. A lot of potential in the NFC North. Now, if we lose, I really won't be upset and disappointed, depending on how the game goes next week. If we get blown out, I might be a little disappointed. But if we lose in a close game, I'm not going to be upset. Atlanta's a good team. But if we can win against Atlanta at home, I'm going to be feeling really, really good about this. I think we could have a lot of potential. And then I think week 4 we play the Vikings. So, like I said, it's one good way to start this. It's one good way to start this season by 2-0. Plus, we're first in the division. So, like I said, you got to give a thumbs up on that. Oh, okay, Vince. Okay. I predict... You're talking about the video that I put up, my season predictions. I think that's what you're talking about. My season predictions was that the Giants was going to beat us. You're right. But if you looked at my preview of my preview of the Giants and Lions game, I switched it up and I picked the Lions to win this game. I think that's what you're getting at. Own up on what you said. Look up your video about the season would go. Yes, that is the video that you're talking about. So my apologies. Yes, you're right. I did pick the Giants to win this game in my season predictions. But in my other video I put up about the Lions versus the Giants and the preview matchup that I did, I switched it up and I had the Lions win in that game. This is what's been mixing this up. You're welcome. So, like I said, what we need to do is, there's not really much to talk about. I mean, besides that, the defense, Ziggy Ansah. My thing, I think, is Ziggy Ansah should be awarded the most valued player in this game. Just because 3 sacks. 3 sacks. I like it. I really do. And I think if we change up about here's the one thing I didn't like. There's one thing in this game I didn't like was about, I think it was the third quarter or fourth quarter, where we got the ball back and we had to punt it. I wanted to chew more time off the clock, even though I didn't think the Giants was going to come back. But I think if the Lions could have used the clock just a little bit more, I don't think the Giants would never even got the ball back in the fourth quarter. It maybe one time. So, and like I said, we're going to week 3 now. And let me, if you guys are still watching, let me know what you guys think about week 3. I'll read your comments. Let me think what you know about week 3. Are we gonna win? Is it gonna be a close game? Is it going to be a blowout to where Detroit loses? Or is it going to be a tight, close game? The way I'm looking at it is the one advantage is it's in Detroit. And I got a feeling that we can pull a win. But then I got this feeling on Atlanta is a good team. And it's just, they came off a phenomenal win against the Green Bay Packers. And it's going to be, in my opinion, I think this is the game that's going to decide if we can actually beat good teams. We beat the Cardinals. We beat the Giants. Guess who's next? Let's beat the Falcons. Let's beat the Falcons in Detroit. So, I like what's going on. I really do. And I'm probably about to finish this video up. We're rolling 20 minutes here on live. I'm pumped up. I'm very excited that in my opinion, I feel like we are a totally different team as last year. Totally different team. Let's see here. We got another comment coming in. Adam didn't like the third when they came out with first and second down runs up 10. I agree. I definitely agree on that. In my opinion, we should have chewed up another couple minutes. Oh, another thing I want to talk about is the Jim Caldwell, the challenge flag he threw in this game. I like that. I want to see more Jim Caldwell like that. To me, that's aggressive. I like it. Because we clearly seen that ball was not even past the first down marker. It didn't even pass. And I think the reason why, when they brought the change out the first time, they dropped the ball to where they thought it was landed, where the ball was stopped. That's why when they brought the change out, it looked like it wasn't first down. But then they replayed it. They did their own official replay, and then that's where where he was down. That's where they put the ball the second time. And when they put the ball the second time, they brought the change back out and measure it, and that's where we ended up getting the ball. So I like how Jim Caldwell challenged that, because if Jim Caldwell didn't challenge that play, they would have gave the first down for the Giants, and we all knew that ball was not in the first down marker. That's why Jim Caldwell threw that challenge flag, and I like that. I think that is a key things about winning games is trying to take the chances on challenging plays like that. Even though we kind of figured that, we kind of all knew that ball was not crossed the first down line. Vince, using more clock. Yes. Bethany Briscoe, what's up, girl? Win, yes. Monday Night Football game, love it. 2-0 start. This is awesome. I'm excited. Like I said, it's a good way to start this year. Vince says, what do you think about Matty Ice and the Falcons? My opinion with Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan, he's got a good team. Devontae Freeman, Julio Jones. They got a good offense. And that's why next week defense is going to have to show up again. Defense needs to show up just like they showed up this game. They're going to have to rush Matt Ryan to where he can have to throw that ball quickly as possible to make wrong decisions. I mean, that's basically sums up for me Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, to me, is like a younger version of Drew Brees. Drew Brees can put up a lot of yards. Matt Ryan can put up a lot of yards. But then, and it comes back to, they got a good offense, but it comes back to their defense that gets me. Their offense is good, but their defense could be lousy sometimes. So that could be an advantage. Let's see. Awesome Rich says week 3 has to be perfect because the Falcons are an electric offense. So ours can't be getting game-changing penalties. I agree. That's actually a good comment. I like that comment. I agree on that. Week 3 needs to be Matthew Stafford needs to come out of the gate just like he did and start firing. And he's going to have to. Let's see what we got here. Adam, the O-line has to tighten up. Yeah. Like this game, there were some times to where we actually gave that first touchdown. Here's the thing I'm talking about. The first touchdown that we gave up against the Giants. Nobody was near. I can't remember his name, but nobody was near the Giants wide receiver. Left him wide open. That's another thing we got to watch out for. Is leaving guys open like that. My opinion, that was the only mistake that we had on offense besides of giving up 10 points, which is going to happen sometimes. I don't know how to say your name, but he said, "Go Lions, 2-0, baby." Let's not let teams hang around like that, though. Yeah, I agree. Let's shock the world. Let's shock the world. Let's get this rolling. I'm ready for week 3 already. I'm ready pumped up with week 3. Basically, that's all the comments right now. So, like I said, this is a much impressive win for the Detroit Lions. And I usually don't make these long live stream videos, but since this is the second week of the season, and this was an impressive win. So we're gonna go a little bit long. And I'll stick with you guys. If you got any more questions, shoot them down below. I'll answer them. If you got any opinions, what the Lions could do next week, anything about the game, let me see it below. I'll answer them. Like I said, this is awesome. I mean, this is why Matthew Stafford, my opinion, has a good QBR rating. The way Matthew Stafford was throwing that ball tonight, I loved it. And we're 2-0, and I feel great about that. Just because, I mean, let's exclude out Chicago Bears, because the way I'm looking at it, Chicago's 0-2. And I just don't think Chicago's going to go anywhere. So that leaves us with the Vikings, Packers, and Lions. Okay? The 3 teams that were trying to battle it out like they did last year. I think the Vikings are struggling with injuries right now with Sam Bradford. Packers, they look horrible last week. So, my opinion, we're gonna have to beat the Packers. We're gonna have to beat the Packers. It's just the way that we're gonna have to win the NFC North. And if that's not the way to win the NFC North, we gotta win 10 games, more than 10 games to win the NFC North. See, here we go. Vince, thanks for the long live stream video. You're welcome. Adam, Matthew Stafford so underrated. What do you mean, man? What are you talking about? You know, are you a Lions fan? Because if you're a Lions fan, you should probably not be watching this video. Unless you're a Giants fan. Because, what's the reason why Matthew Stafford's underrated? My thing is, let me go back to your comment. You want to talk about underrated? Look at Aaron Rodgers. What happened with Aaron Rodgers last night? What about Drew Brees? I mean, big guys can put up numbers, but they lose games. Matthew Stafford. The only thing that people keep talking about Matthew Stafford is He has no playoff wins, no Super Bowl wins, no Super Bowl rings, nothing. Well, it's not our time yet. That doesn't mean he's overrated. Just because he's getting paid $27 million, you don't have to harsh on him. I mean, just because you don't have the Matthew Stafford as your quarterback, stop harshing on him. He's gonna get there. But if you're gonna put him as a category as a underrated quarterback, you better come up with a good excuse. Let's see here. Vince, sometime I will tell you the story how a 6-year-old kid started liking the Lions 49 years ago. Austin Rich, Jordy Nelson got injured too. Yes, I did see that. That could be another good thing for us, because that's another good star player for the Green Bay Packers. Austin Rich, NFC North is in our hands. I wanna say that, I really do, but I would not, and I hate saying this. Don't count out the Packers. I hate them. I dislike them. They're in our division, but we're still in week 2. We still got 15 weeks left. We got a long way to go. It's anybody's game. But if you would call the season in 2 weeks, say there was only 4 weeks of the season, I would totally give it to the Detroit Lions. Definitely. I would totally give it to the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North. But like I said, there's 17 weeks, and this is only week 2. It's anybody's game. But as of right now, Detroit is definitely getting there. Vince, he's the highest paid person in football? Yes, at $27 million. If you did not know that, look it up. Adam, all I hear is not for long, the highest paid. Never hear anything about him. Well, I mean, I don't want to talk about, I really don't want to talk about this because, this is not, it's part of Detroit Lions talk, but I want to leave it short and sweet. Just because he's the highest paid player, people are going to hate about it. But name any other quarterback in history that's got more comeback wins than anybody else. I can't name no other quarterback can do that. I think that's what plays into being the highest paid quarterback. Aaron Rodgers can come back and win games. Drew Brees can come back and win games. Tom Brady can come back and win games. Matt Ryan can come back and win games. And I probably can name another 3 quarterbacks and come back and win games. But give me a quarterback that can actually win consistently back-to-back in the fourth quarter when you're down 2 to 3 touchdowns. See where I'm trying to get at? Leaving it short and sweet. Still can't pronounce your name. What do you all think of the coaching tonight? I thought we got a little too conservative on offense, but we won. So what do I know? My opinion, I think we were a lot better on coaching, especially with Terrell Austin and Jim Bob Cooter. My opinion, I think we did a lot better. And my opinion, I think we did. I would take week 2 over week 1 on the coaching, because you gotta put in Jim Caldwell's challenge flag in there. The defense plays, Darius Slay knocking them down before the first yard marker, getting really hard hits, and the offense, I could kind of lead, not lead towards, I could be a little bit disappointed with the offense because Matthew Stafford, he put up yards, but he didn't put up a lot of yards. So, in my opinion, if I had to give a grade on the coaching out of A through F, I'd give him a B+. A B+. I like it. I really do. Adam, you answered my question. Tom Brady. Well, you can say Tom Brady all you want, but you need to look at your stats. How many times Tom Brady has come back in the fourth quarter? Not as much as Matthew Stafford. I could argue all day long. I can argue all day long about this. And my opinion, the people that don't have Super Bowl wins are going to get paid the most money. That's why Tom Brady's not making $27 million like Matthew Stafford, because he's got 5 goddamn rings. Once Matthew Stafford gets a ring, or 2, or whatever, how many he gets, that he's not going to get paid as much as he is now. Plus, my opinion is a lot of it has to do with keeping Stafford, keeping a quarterback here. I would take $27 million to be there. Why wouldn't? Why would nobody take $27 million not to be there? Because you want your quarterback to stay. So if you want your quarterback to stay, you gotta give him a bunch of money. Like I said, I can argue all day long. I don't know who you are, Adam, but are you a Lions fan? Because I don't know, man. Yeah, you're leaving a bad taste in my mouth. But you got every right. You have every right to talk what you want. I understand that. You might be upset that he don't deserve it, but in my opinion, he does deserve it. And to close this conversation out about why Matthew Stafford's a high-paced quarterback, look at the yards he's put up every year. It's consistent numbers every year. And give me a quarterback that's got more comeback wins back-to-back consecutive years, and then we could finally change about why is he highest paid quarterback. We'll figure that out. But those are the two big things: is his consistent numbers every year, his touchdown numbers, yards, and I think it was like 19 or 15 comeback wins for Matthew Stafford back-to-back. Either it's not back-to-back or it's just 15 altogether. But anyways, I'm going to be here a little bit, just about 10, 15 more minutes. We're going to end this, maybe less than that. Like I said, Detroit Lions win. 2-0, baby. It's good to be here. It's good to knock off 2 decent teams. They were good teams going into the preseason. Now they're 2 decents. They're 2 decent teams. And next week, in my opinion, is the game changer. I think this could be to figure out if the Lions are ready to be a NFC North contender and to beat good teams. If we can beat Atlanta, we should beat Green Bay. We should beat I don't know if we play Seattle or whatever. Should beat the Vikings. We should beat everybody in our division. But it comes back to we got to do what we've been doing the last 2 games. Let's see. Still can't pronounce your name. Stafford had to bring a team back from the grave when he was drafted. Brady and Rodgers got drafted by great teams. Matt Stafford is the biggest in the league now. I agree. I totally agree. And Adam says he's got to do better than 24 touchdowns. You talking about last year? And Adam says Vikings are a tough matchup for the Lions. Yes and no. Yes and no, because if Sam Bradford is hurt, if Sam Bradford, when we play the Vikings, if Sam Bradford is playing against us, it could be a tough matchup. I agree. I totally agree. Especially since they're in our division. I think it's going to come down. As of right now, I'm knocking off the Vikings because of Sam Bradford's injury. But if Sam Bradford recovers from that injury or whatever it was, I still think it's going to be up to those three teams. Lions, Packers, and Vikings. I think it could be a three-way battle like last year to first place. And hopefully the Lions don't blow it. So, anyways, I'm about to end this video. Hit that likes up button if you haven't did yet. I'm excited. I know this is a little bit longer live YouTube thing. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Matthew Stafford did a phenomenal job the last 2 weeks. The defense did a phenomenal job the last 2 weeks. The offense did a pretty damn good job the last 2 weeks. Overall, the Lions are on a good path to do something, maybe do a little bit of damage in the NFC North. And I'm telling you right now, Detroit could be a sleeper team. People are not talking about Detroit as much as they need to. And they need to watch out of the Detroit Lions. Because I tell you what, if we can win the next 2 games, boy, we're hungry. We're gonna be eating, we're gonna be sleeping, and we're gonna be crawling to first place. Because it's time to go. It's time to shock the world. It's time to shut up all the haters. And it's time to finally win this NFC North. So, thank you guys for watching. This is Hammer Down 48 coming at you tonight. Lions win 24-10. Defense showed up. Defense was on fire. I'm happy. Hit that likes up button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Share this channel. What do you got to do? Subscribers are jumping. I love it. And this is awesome. This is great. Like, celebrate this win. It's a short week since it's a Monday night game. Let's go back home. Let's prepare for Atlanta because I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough matchup. So, thank you guys for watching. It's Hammer Down 48 coming at you today. Go Lions. One pride, and let's defend the I'm so excited. Defend the den next weekend, Sunday football afternoon game. So, thank you guys for watching, and go Lions.